and gentlemen, before the official introductions, we ask of you to rise and remove your caps for the playing of the American and Filipino national anthems.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and this is a rematch that you are not going to want to miss. It's been 4 years, not exactly to the date, but 4 years since an iconic revolution produced a match that changed the careers of two men for the better and for the worst. I am Joshua Bishop. I'm serving along you to bring this action to you tonight. We are live in Mobile, Alabama once again as two men, Steven Santos and Marcus King, return to the scene of the crime for an iconic rematch for the iPW Global Heavyweight Championship. Now it has been 9 months since we showed you the iconic retrospective. It has been 9 months struggling to get a venue, to get a date, to get these two men in one ring, in the same place, at the same time, but we are finally here. But as you've seen from the iconic retrospectives, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a collection of what those two men's careers have been like for the past 4 years. And for Marcus King, you can see he has faced several trials and tribulations. I have never seen a man fall from grace after a huge main event like Marcus King. Now sure, Marcus King did not officially submit. He was not officially pinned. The match was stopped. He never said die. He never admitted defeat. However, the stench of defeat has followed Marcus King everywhere he has gone. That one match has remained in his mind, and Marcus King has never been the same since. He has had personal and professional struggles, and it's most recently gotten worse with the way he has fallen out with his brothers in Blackout. And I feel for Marcus King, ladies and gentlemen. We all feel for Marcus King. But as I told him when he came to ask me for advice, you have to face the root of the problem. You have to face your fears. You have to face the demon. You have to face that albatross hanging around your neck. And that is Steven Santos. That is the one match you haven't been able to get out of your mind. But if any indication is made of Marcus King's movement, he is ready. He is ready for revenge. He's thirsting for it. He wants it. He wants nothing more than Steven Santos in his face right here, right now for the IPW Global Heavyweight Championship. And here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, our IPW Global Heavyweight Champion. And yes, even though Iconic Pro Wrestling has not had doors open for a very long time now, what Steven Santos has done over the past 4 years has been tremendous. He has shown up in several promotions and said, I am going to defend this belt. I am a world champion. I'm going to continue to be a world champion. And he has valiantly defended that belt against several top stars. Men like Vin Taylor, Malik Brown, Barbie Jay Tucker, Kenshin, Evan O'Shea, John Blackrose, Mark Butcher, and the list goes on and on, ladies and gentlemen. Steven Santos for the past 4 years has been nothing short of incredible. But he faces his toughest task tonight, and that is beating Marcus King a second time. It's very rare in professional wrestling that you beat someone twice in a row, especially with as much of a gap as there has been between these two men. And you can tell that for the past 9 months, if you've seen the Iconic retrospectives, Marcus King and Steven Santos are itching, chomping at the bit to get their hands on one another. This hatred runs deep between the both of them. And this, I feel it, ladies and gentlemen, we all feel it in the air. This has the potential to be something special. But this is not going to be an easy match for either of these men. If you remember the first match, I'm going to tell you right now, put it in the back of your mind, throw it away. This is a new night. And now, it is time to get this show on the road. I'm turning it over to you, Racky.
The following contest is set for one fall with a 16-minute time limit. And it is for the IPW Global Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, standing in the blue corner, the challenger. Fighting out of Yonkers, New York, weighing in at 245 pounds, please welcome Marcus King. And introducing his opponent, standing in the red corner, he hails from Manila, Philippines, weighing in at 235 pounds. He is the reigning and defending IPW Global Heavyweight Champion, Steven Santos.
And there is your head referee for tonight, Zach Cannon. A man who has a very tough-as-nails attitude, a man who I trust to get the call right. He's one of the best referees in the Southeast District. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not waste any more time. Marcus King challenges Steven Santos in an epic rematch. Underway, and Marcus King trying to get right away with the punch, but couldn't get anything. Santos couldn't get anything going. Marcus King maintaining the advantage. King push him in the corner early. Santos finding his way out. Santos throwing hammer fist back at him. No, Marcus King can't get anything with the rolling form, and then Santos responds with one of his own. The Iconic Pro Global Heavyweight Champion going right to work early as he gets Marcus King down on the mat. And here you see Steven Santos. He is a proficient striker. He's going to work already. This is something that Steven Santos has done in nearly every matchup we've seen. He is an all-rounder. He's just as dangerous in the submission game and the high-flying game and the technical wrestling game as he is in striking, but he is especially strong in striking, as you see right here, throwing those hard right fists and keeping Marcus King up with the big jab. And as you see, Steven Santos telling him right away, fight me. And Marcus King, pleasant, ready to bring the fight to Steven Santos, and he brings him down with that hard right. Marcus King going right to work with those hard rights. And now Marcus King stomping right into the global heavyweight champion. You see how much Marcus King hates Steven Santos. You see how much he wants this. Marcus King looks like he's on his A game. Looks like he's ready. I have not seen Marcus King fire with this kind of tenacity, this kind of attitude, this kind of spirit in a while. But Marcus King looks ready to win at all costs as he goes right to what Steven Santos was doing. And now he's adding up. Look at this. The hard lefts and rights. Malik Brown, the mayor of the Violence Party, would be proud of that one, but I don't think he could throw strikes quite as precise as Marcus King has done here. And Marcus King stomping a mud hole in his ass and walking it dry and telling Steven Santos how much he hates him with one gesture into the cover, but it's not gonna be enough to get Steven Santos off that IPW Global Heavyweight Championship. But Marcus King continuing to go right to work with those stiff strikes. A hard punch, another one. Santos not going down. The third one brings him down. Marcus King is a street fighter. He is a brawler. There is no difference between him and Santos except for the fact that Santos has more chain wrestling ability. Marcus King is a pure striker. He's a pure brawler. Marcus King is not going to wrestle the prettiest match, but he's going to be effective and he's going to get right at you, as you saw with those knee strikes right there. Marcus King now into another quick cover. 1, 2, no, not enough, but I like the strategy that Marcus King is going for here, accentuating the strikes and then the strikes again in the quick covers. But you see right here, this is a new wrinkle that Marcus King has added to his offense. He's told me he wanted to work on this early, his submissions and his submission defense, and he's applied the Anaconda Vice right here. I can't believe Marcus King has applied that, but he's got it on pretty well. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry if I lose pace at all, and I'm sorry early on if I have any coughing or stuttering. I'm a little under the weather, but that's not going to stop me from calling this match. But as you see, Steven Santos quickly getting out of trouble there, and he just, ooh! The big strike from Steven Santos, knocking Marcus King clean off his feet. These two men throwing everything to the wall, but as you see, Steven Santos right now, ugh! Brawling may be Steven Santos' #1 trade. It may be the thing he's most proficient at, but he is not a pure brawler, as you're about to find out. The strikes, though, are working for Steven Santos. He is no slouch, and he's going right to work against Marcus King. The elbow drop to the back of the head. Marcus King in trouble early. Steven Santos, you talk about ugly offense. There it is right there. And Steven Santos, after biting into his forehead, just picking him apart, taking his time, playing with his food. The loose cannon may be well on his way to retaining that Global Heavyweight Championship. Steven Santos continuing to lay it in with the strikes. Neither of these men have had a lot of technical ability so far, but there's one you see right there. Steven Santos looking to slow the match down with a chin lock, driving the knee back into that spine for extra force. Marcus King has got to feel the breath slipping away from him. If you're Steven Santos, you have to wonder, are you going to go for the straight shooter? Is it going to be the linchpin of your offense? But what is he going for here? It looks like Steven Santos has switched out a chin lock and has preferred to go into the triangle choke right here. Very nicely done by Steven Santos. Makes me wonder if he's gone into the Lion's Den with Brent Delavine recently. That was a very smooth, very solid transition, and he just continues to wear Marcus King down. That could be Steven Santos' game plan here, to repeat exactly what he did at Iconic Revolution to defeat Marcus King, and that's tire him out and make it so that Zach Cannon has to call it off. And that's exactly the same way Marcus King lost that Global Heavyweight Championship. But Marcus King showing he's got a whole lot left in the tank as it stands, and he's playing dirty with Santos too. Those fingernails running across Santos' back, and Santos back on his feet. But Marcus King quick to reply with the backbreaker, neckbreaker combination. Quickly into the cover. 1, 2, no! Santos able to get the shoulder up. As you see right here, Marcus King appears more decisive. He's going into that quick strike offense as he goes into the cover, falling to belly, only able to get a 2 count, but I like everything that Marcus King has done in the opening salvo so far. Another big suplex from Marcus King, the overhead exploder into the cover 2, no! The more this works, though, you have to think as he hits the half Nelson suplex. Could this be the end? Marcus King feeling the energy running through him. Can he hit the Black Fist? He's looking for it early. Steven Santos, though, has it well scouted. And Santos replying with that STO. Buried him right into the mat, into the cover 2. No! A big move when Steven Santos needed it most. And now Santos targeting the arm of Marcus King. Wrenching away, had the strike. Another wrench right there as you saw. And looky here. Steven Santos targeting that arm of Marcus King. Targeting the arms. He feels how much impact. That's a respect to how much Marcus King is a proficient striker. That tells you right there what Steven Santos thinks of Marcus King's striking ability for him to target that arm. And Steven Santos is using his own striking ability to specifically target that arm so far. But wait a minute, this is what I was talking about earlier. Santos has a little bit of submission wrestling ability as he goes right into the Fujiwara armbar. Wrenching away, trying to hyperextend the joints. Marcus King is in big trouble. Yes, he throws the Black Fist with the right, but he has to rotate his body all the way around to hit it. Marcus King, though, able to get Santos off of him and show him you're not going to do that as he delivers huge with a big, I believe it looked like a Polish hammer, only a 2 count, though. Excuse me. But now Marcus King showing him that my arms are not dead as he goes right into that clothesline. Cover 2, no! Not even a 2 count, maybe a 1.9 or something like that. And but Marcus King continuing to show Steven Santos that his arms are at full capacity as he just takes him clean off his feet, turning him inside out with that lariat. And Marcus King thinking of something devious, leaning him up against the ropes, the big punches, that boxing style rush to the midsection, and the big rolling forearm. Can he get it? 1, 2, new champ, no! Steven Santos getting the shoulder up before 3, but Marcus King continuing to work. Going into the corner, he's got to be lining up for something big. King going for the punch to the gut, but Santos able to get the foot up. And now Santos going right back to that arm, wrenching in that Fujiwara armbar. And that big boot was exactly what Steven Santos needed. Marcus King looked like he got the wind knocked out of him with that one. Santos continuing to go to work, staying true to the strategy. Breaking it early, though, before Marcus King could get it. He knows Marcus King got out of it pretty well this time. But see, look here. He is quick to switch to that hammerlock. Now I'm really convinced that Steven Santos has specifically done some training for Marcus King here. You can tell he came into this match with a deliberate plan. That standing hammerlock applied at Marcus King, and he's got to be in a world of pain. Steven Santos has been targeting that arm these past few minutes. But wait a minute, he throws him down it. He sure has. If it wasn't obvious before, it is now. Steven Santos has definitely visited the Lion's Den in the past few weeks as he goes right into that hammerlock camel clutch. Beautifully applied by Steven Santos. Brent Delevine himself would be proud of that one. But as you see, Marcus King, he's tough as nails. The resilience, the endurance. He is fighting against this as best as he can. But Steven Santos continues to go to work, wrenching away. You have to think Marcus King has got to be in a world of pain right now. Steven Santos continuing to apply this hammerlock, but Marcus King able to get his way out of it, and Marcus King waiting. What's he thinking here? Nothing there. Couldn't use the arms. Couldn't even get the kick up like he wanted to, and Santos able to quickly getting back down as he goes right after the right arm this time, specifically trying to dampen the impact that he may have with that black fist. And now Santos with the hard Irish whip. Oh, I could tell that one was coming even before the impact. Comes stumbling out, and Marcus King still in trouble as Steven Santos now applying a cross-arm breaker. Coming out of the Tiger Suplex with that. That is an impressive maneuver. Steven Santos taking the wind out of Marcus King, and I'm surprised Marcus King has not tapped out. Any other man in that situation would be done, but Steven Santos knows he's in for a hell of a match here. He knows what Marcus King brings to the table, and King is definitely in trouble here. And now, wait a minute, Santos, he's going for that Kimura. If he gets this in, this could be the end of the match already, but he doesn't look like he has it. Marcus King is quickly able to slip his way out. Marcus King, wait a minute, Black Fist, Black Fist, Black Fist. This could be it. One, what? You've gotta be kidding me. How in the world? The only way he hit that black fist, I can't believe it. But the big difference between Marcus King then and Marcus King now, at times he looked lost at Iconic Revolution when he couldn't do anything about Steven Santos getting out of that black fist, but now he's just continuing the match as he gets Santos down with the huge knees. And you see Marcus King favoring that arm. The damage has been done. Santos trying to get back to his feet, but he just can't do it. Marcus King has taken the wind out of him, but how much did he take out? Let's just take a look. I still can't believe that happened. So Santos tried to lock in this Kimura. Marcus King quickly able to slip his way out, and as you see right here, boom, he connected with the black fist, but because of all the damage Santos had done to his arms, he could only get a 1 count, but Marcus King not waiting for Steven Santos. Not gonna care that his arm is not at 100%. He literally hurls himself over the top rope and at the loose cannon. Nothing will stop Marcus King from becoming the IPW Global Heavyweight Champion. Marcus King now going with the high kicks into the head, the knee into the gut, and 2 more stomps to follow, showing his legs still do work as he tries to recuperate, tries to get that arm strength, that feeling back in his arm. But he still continues to stomp away at Santos. Wait a minute, he's got a hold of it. Oh my God! Marcus King using the ring environment to his advantage. He just spiked Steven Santos right into those steel steps with that half Nelson suplex. And Steven Santos, I can't believe he could get to his feet, but Marcus King quickly on the aggressive, and he's still continuing to use that ring environment to his advantage, throwing him face first into the Spanish announcement table. Here we go. Spanish commentary table, rather. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a little sick. I'm a little under the weather. I'm rusty. It's been a while since I've done this, but you can tell it hasn't been a while since Marcus King has been fighting, and he still continues to try to get feeling back in that arm, maybe showing he's got some of it. And wait a minute. Marcus King! Jesus goodness! He just spiked Steven Santos head first into that barely padded concrete. About a foot more and he would have hit concrete flush. And Marcus King, what in the world are you thinking? He's throwing him face first into that steel post. He's got him lined up for something big here. What are you thinking? Oh my God! The big boot! Right in that steel post! And Steven Santos could be out like a light! But Marcus King, deep with revenge on his mind, he has a point to prove here to Steven Santos. This hatred runs deep, and now Marcus King going to play Steven Santos' game and show him it's going to be a fight if you want to beat me. And here it goes. Jesus Christ! That spear right through the barricade! Taking a page right out of Steven Santos' playbook. Look at this impact. Look at the way Marcus King delivers it. That has got to be so vindicating for all the men who have been speared through that same barricade by Steven Santos. The champion getting a taste of his own medicine by a feisty challenger who came ready for a fight. And that could be the end. Marcus King throwing him in the ring. This has got to be. We have a new champion right now. 1, 2, 3. What? Steven Santos gets the shoulder up. And Marcus King quick to protest this. I don't think you need to say that anymore, as Zach Cannon telling Marcus King how he feels with one simple gesture. Shut up, get back to the match. And that's exactly what Marcus King has done. He's going to line up. He's going to try the Black Fist, but Santos able to fight him off again. And now Steven Santos barely able to stand on his own 2 feet, able to score with the lariat. Steven Santos quickly into the cover. 1, 2. Is this it? No. Marcus King able to get the shoulder up, but Steven Santos getting exactly what he needed when he needed it. And Steven Santos now, hard Irish whip into the corner. What are you thinking? Huge lariat from Steven Santos. You talk about decleaning a man. That's exactly what Steven Santos has done. And he's lining up for something huge here. King stumbling to his feet. Another lariat off the top. And Steven Santos could be looking for the exclamation point. He's standing in position. He's saying, I got a fight for you. I'm here with you. Here I come. Go to sleep. Got him on the shoulders. No! Marcus King able to get his way out. DDT in the counter hits. And now Marcus King going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. No! We do not have a new champion. Marcus King trying to stay true to this strategy. The Irish whip into the corner. Marcus King now going for what he didn't get earlier, rather. The big gut punch. And now the running face wash. Marcus King feeling the energy, the adrenaline running through his body. Into the cover 2. Could he have him? No, he doesn't. Steven Santos able to get the shoulder up. And now Marcus King with the punches to the gut. Again, like a damn boxer in there. And as I say it, that cold cock hard right. That haymaker. That could be the opening. Marcus King looking to put the exclamation point. Looking for that Black Fist. But Steven Santos, maybe with his last gasp, avoids it again. And can't get the pinfall. A desperation maneuver from Steven Santos. And oh no, you don't. Don't you dare. No, Marcus King was able to fight his way out. Steven Santos may have been looking for that superplex. And there's the big lariat. Marcus King responding with one of his own. But he's holding that fist again. How hard did he just hit Steven Santos? Into the cover. 2. Can he get him? No, he can't. My God, ladies and gentlemen, what a match we're witnessing here as Marcus King going right into that hammerlock lariat, trying to prove a point to Steven Santos that his arm works. And now here we go. Marcus King, what could you be thinking here? He's running out of ideas. Marcus King going up high risk. Santos on his feet. Wait a minute! Santos! 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 Go to sleep! No! He's too tired! Santos immediately collapsing to the mat! That ought to show you how much punishment he's taken! That go to sleep if Steven Santos had more energy in him! Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at how he connects with this. On the shoulders, in perfect position. Boom! If he had more energy, he wins this match! But it's not meant to be, and it just shows you how badly these two men have got to want this IPW Global Heavyweight Championship. Both on running on E, running on fumes, throwing the strikes very slowly. You can tell there's not a lot left behind them at all. They're not connecting as hard as they were early on. But back and forth we go. King and Santos continuing to trade the hard rights and the hard lefts. King going back. He might have him. No, he doesn't. Santos. And now Santos going for the hard right. Can't get him. Kick to the gut. Black fist. No! Santos with the counter. And now Santos throwing the hard strikes back. And down he goes. This may be the opening that Steven Santos needs. Santos may be well on the way to defending that IPW Global Heavyweight Championship and once again slamming the door on Marcus King's hopes and dreams. And this time it will be more, I don't know the word for it, I can't think of it. It'll be more disheartening for Marcus King. But Marcus King says, no, sir, that ain't fixing to happen. He avoids the go to sleep, trying to get feeling back in that arm again for one last shot. Can he hit the black fist? Marcus King going for it. Steven Santos slamming the door on him again. And now Santos with that devastating headlock driver. That could do it. Trying to straight shooter. No! Marcus King with enough fight to know it was coming. Maybe out of pure instinct, Marcus King was able to get out of there. But Marcus King! Oh my God! Turning him inside out with the German suplex. And King feeling the fight, feeling the adrenaline. Marcus King, what are you thinking here? He's lining up for his shot. Here he comes. Santos still catching him and turning him inside out with the German suplex of his own. Right back at him as Steven Santos says one more time. He's going to try to make Marcus King go to sleep, but he can't do it. And now Marcus King, once again, that reliable half Nelson suplex. Can this be the one that ends the match? Marcus King in position. Black fist. No! Steven Santos once again able to get out of harm's way and delivers with the Midnight Special. That may very well have been Marcus King's last breath. And what are you thinking, Steven Santos? What are you... No. Dear God, no! Not again! Jesus goodness! What the actual... You gotta be kidding me! Steven Santos! You absolute madman! Not again! That superplex right to the outside! This could be history repeating itself! I can't believe it! It's deja vu! It's happening again! I can't believe it! Steven Santos knows he's just about had this match won. Steven Santos. I can't believe it. This is how it's going to end. Steven Santos back in position. The straight shooters applied. Zach Cannon asking Marcus King, and this is it. This has just got to be it. I remember the last time Steven Santos applied this submission. Marcus King watching his hopes and dreams slip away from him at the last minute. He brought it all. He gave it a valiant effort. But Steven Santos, for all intents and purposes, is in position to walk out of here with the Global Heavyweight Championship once again. Marcus King holding on with all he's got. But wait a minute! What? Marcus King! Line it up! Can he hit the black fist? It's happening again. Marcus King can't connect. He can't connect. Black fist from Santos. Wait a minute! Marcus King! He's fired back! He got the uppercut! Marcus King! Wait a minute! What's he doing here? Oh my God! Yeah! This could be it! The rear naked choke! Maybe Marcus King's last desperate attempt to win this match! And he's wrenching with everything he's got! Come on, Marcus! This is your chance! Marcus King pulling away, knowing this could be the end if this doesn't work. By God, you have to think Steven Santos could be in trouble. I can't keep my breath. What the hell is going on? Zach Cannon on the call. I see Santos. His breath is slowing. His eyes, they're slowly starting to roll in the back of his head. Santos trying to fight it on. Oh my God, Steven Santos, the effort I see it. Santos, is this it? Could it be? It is! It is! But Marcus King, he's won the match! By God Almighty, he's done it!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match, as a result of referee stoppage, and new iPW Global Heavyweight Champion, Marcus King.
After 4 years of trials, struggles, tribulation, and doubt, Marcus King has done the unthinkable. He has gained his revenge. He has won the IPW Global Heavyweight Championship. And how fitting is it that he beats Steven Santos the same way Steven Santos beat him at Iconic Revolution. And honestly, ladies and gentlemen, it is all Steven Santos' fault. Santos has only one man to blame, and that's himself, and I'm about to show you why. This right here is the turning point of the match. When Santos tried to go for this Kimura, you see Marcus King quickly slip out. Now that stood out as peculiar to me. Not only because Marcus King was able to quickly turn the match around and hit something of impact just to get the momentum going in his favor. Steven Santos never went back to the arm. He never went back to those submissions. He never put Marcus King in a position where if I lock that Kimura in, you got one option, tap or snap. And it's all his fault. It's because of that Marcus King got him in that position. And he would have never been there if he would have been thinking like that. It's going to be a night that Steven Santos will regret for the rest of his life. I'm not taking anything away from Marcus King. He was the better man. He was aggressive. He was decisive. And he is our new IPW Global Heavyweight Champion. What a great night for Marcus King. And what an epic rematch.